I don't think that's the spokesperson that's modeled that truck. I think there's a pipe that ain't connected to the pipe. That Ford had so much power, it floated up right above so much power with the exhaust pipe on it. That show on August the 8th. On the two-wheel drive side, last night's winner, Greg Corzine, out of Assumption, Illinois. Beautiful Chevy pickup. Heavy under the fiberglass there. Calls it rekindled.
Hey,
hi, Ron. Welcome to your show, Ron.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm at the Southern Ohio studio.
Nice. Your dad's.
Yeah.
I like that.
We went and watched some pulling on Saturday at the Brown County Fair in Georgetown, Ohio, up by Cincinnati.
Yeah, Larry was on Let's Grow Pulling last night. He said Wednesday night got rained out, but then they got it in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So let us know where you're watching from tonight. Ron has lined up two of our Outlaw points champions, George Beyer, Side Piece Limited Pro Stock 4.1 champion, and Murray Thornton, the Mod 4x4 points champ with Thumper. And we got some pictures and videos of that as well put up there. But Jason Denny's checking in from Utah. He's watching on the Facebook.
Sweet.
Austin Flute. He was on. He was. I met him at Rock Valley, and he sat on the full pull stage was first with a little bit from Larchwood, Iowa. I think is that part of the Ulmer Mafia, Larchwood?
It is. That is an Ulmer Mafia
Yep.
town. Yes.
Frank Welch watching from Cross Junction, Virginia.
Oh, sweet.
Jason
Watching
Denny
from
says,
all over.
trying to go to the .com and it won't let me. I don't know what that means, Jason.
I'm not sure.
Jason, tell us what you need there, and we'll figure out. Marty Samuelson missed the mayor of Ravenna, Nebraska. Got some rain, and the tornado whistles went off. Well, that's not good. I mean, you probably need the rain, Marty, but
was
Mark Crowley's checking in from Slayton, Minnesota, one of our two-wheel drive truck pullers.
I actually spoke to the gentleman Saturday night that sold Mark the rolling chassis that he has right now as a two-wheel drive. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So good stuff. Welcome to October, truck and tractor pulling fans. I can't believe how fast the summer went around. And I feel like we were just getting back in May, getting ready for the season. And here we are sitting in October. We're about 6 weeks out from the banquet. And we had our 2024 planning session last week with the team. I did get to the Tesla Charger. That was not a supercharger, Ron. I learned some valuable lessons about maybe planning my whole trip out. I waited 2 hours to get charged up just enough. So I actually had to backtrack to Worthington, Minnesota to get to a supercharger so I could get home.
How much time did you have left on your battery before you?
I was down to 1%. And just full transparency, I'm not trying to save the world, everybody. I bought a Tesla because I wanted a self-driving car so I could look at emails and post more to Facebook while I'm driving. And it's phenomenal for that, friends. But my wife just yelled at me. That's not what it's for. So I don't like it. I don't like it that the government's shoving electric vehicles down everybody's throats. I don't feel like that should be the thing, but I do think they're pretty cool. And but I do have a diesel super stock now as well. So for those of you that are judging me and saying I'm a tree hugger, I'm erasing my carbon footprint with the high tech redneck. So.
No, I like the balance there. You're gonna put out enough carbon with that diesel super throughout the summer. You can make up for it. Yeah, that works. So we're good then. We're good.
Got a trailer bought yesterday, so that's good. So Doug and I have a trailer now. Doug's got a toter and I have a trailer. I think I got the better end of the bargain on that.
Depends on how nice that trailer is, though. I mean,
it's a vanilla box right now. So by the way, if anybody wants to sponsor the trailer or the tractor, I can be bought. So just give me a call.
What do you think of the tractor so far? I mean, for those people who don't know, Jason bought a diesel super stock.
Yep, but the high tech redneck from Mike.
Disclosed it on the show, I think.
Yep, it's awesome. Dad drove it. He didn't hammer on it. It was his first trip ever on a big diesel super, and I'm not going to make fun of him because I've never driven a big diesel super either. We went up to Hillsdale, Michigan last Friday night. Shout out to the NTPA tech officials and the Wolverine pullers for letting us come in. We were going to hook it like in their combo class, Ron. They kind of combined Pro Stock, Super Farms, a bunch of stuff together. But because we have a component chassis, they wanted us to lower the drawbar 2 inches and then drop some weight. I wanted Dad to drive it like it's going to be next summer because it's his first pass. So we just made an exhibition pass, and he got on it, but he didn't get on it, and it was fun. But it was and Mike Beck was picking on him, calling him this isn't no limited pro Schultz. You got to get after it. And it was fun watching Mike Beck and my dad kind of give each other crap. Doug Meisinger, everybody knows, is going to be taking care of everything for me. And Dad hauling the tractor around and wrenching on it. And then Matt Goodwin came out with this also. So
I saw
kind of had our childhood hero there, Matt Goodwin, and Dennis. Dennis wasn't there. We didn't want to grab his old grumpy old ass and take him out there with us. Matt was fun. And it was just good for Dad to have Matt and Dennis both there, and for Mike Beck to really feel that. But it's a beautiful piece. If nobody's seen the high tech redneck, you're going to get to see a lot of it next summer. I think Ravenna, Nebraska will kick off the season, right, Ron? We can't disclose any schedule stuff yet.
Disclose any schedule information as of yet.
I think I saw the diesel supers in Ravenna. So
there are some pretty cool things happening though behind the scenes that well, nothing concrete yet, but there's some pretty neat things working behind the scenes. So
I don't want to get in trouble with Kurt, but Dale Bartels, one of our announcers, says tornado warning here as well. He's in South Dakota. Russ Dostal says Pierce, Nebraska, raining so hard here that Moses just cruised on by in his ark. That's funny shit. That's awesome, Russ. Kevin Davis, Phoenix, Wayne, Nebraska via Phoenix, Arizona.
I talked to him just a little while ago, actually.
Yeah, Ronnie Butner checking in from McCleansville, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Sweet.
Ryan Heder says Beer Money Pulling Team, Ohio.
Hey, I'm in Ohio too, Brian.
My new trailer mate, Doug Meisinger, says you'll be fine. I ain't worried, Dougie. We're in good hands with Doug Meisinger. So
I suppose Doug went over it with a fine-tooth comb there, checking things out. And
yeah, it's a 3-charger tractor. Doug's used to his 4-charger tractor. I mean, it's 2 different setups. I'm going to continue to claim ignorance because I'm good at that, and let Doug just take care of things and tell my dad how to drive it. So it's going to work out better that way.
Is it a DT Motors, an international?
I have no idea. I mean, yeah, it's a red motor. It's a, okay. I think it's, oh crap. I got to grab this as a realtor.
Sure.
You keep talking. Sorry.
Yep.
This is important.
I'll keep on rolling along here. So yeah, keep on commenting, folks. Tell us where you're watching from. Well, Kevin Davis, I just talked to you a little while ago, Kevin. Brian Whaler. Oh, thanks, Brian. Appreciate that. I'll sing when I get the chance to. You know, I sing a couple times at the Farm Machinery Show and throughout the summer. You know, a lot of events have their own singer that they do the national anthem, but if they don't have a singer, I'll grab the mic and do it. But thanks for tuning in tonight. Doug is watch. Doug, does that have a DT 466 motor in it? Let's see. Dustin Top watching from Pilger, Nebraska. The Kunzikers is doing great. Tammy Hunick watching from Lincoln, Nebraska. Here's Doug, my singer. Yeah, thought I had him there. There we go. Doug, of course, is the driver of the scrappy Minneapolis Moline Diesel Super that Jason was talking about. He'll be trailer mates with that team, that tractor, coming out of Goodland, Kansas. Dallas Todd watching from Scottsbluff, Nebraska. Randy Proctor watching from Jackson, Michigan. Marty Samuelson tuning in. Thanks, Marty. Nick Ran. Is that Ran or Rain? Nick from Waupun, Wisconsin. Rick Hunziker from Arizona. Man, people tuning in from all over tonight. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. We've got our couple of points champs coming on tonight. As soon as they get logged on, we'll have the Limited Pro Stock champ this year, George Beyer, the side piece, will be on tonight. And then we have at least one half of the team, the duo that drives the modified four-wheel drive champion pickup this year. Murray Thornton, Murray and Layne Thornton, Paul Schultz, Tulsa, Oklahoma, tuning in. Wow, people are watching from all over here tonight.
That's Uncle Paul from the
Uncle Paul. What the heck?
Yeah.
What's up, Uncle Paul? Don't be a stranger next summer, man. We had fun at the Iowa State Fair last year.
No, he'll come around if we have a tractor. He doesn't like to come around if we don't have a tractor. We have a tractor again, so we'll see Uncle Paul again. So
sweet, man. Minnesota. We've got
British Columbia. Holy cow!
We got this Joe Claypool guy tuning in. Who's that?
I recognize the name. I feel like it's a garden tractor puller from down there in Macon, Missouri.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He pulls people out of the mud when they get stuck at Macon.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah. Applegate, Oregon.
Oh, that's Mincy's. They're good people. They have an awesome truck. Shit, Dusty. I know it's Dusty Mincy. They have. I met them pretty sure last year. Doug Meisinger at the Lincoln. I think him and Jeanette are out on date night for their anniversary. They went to Nickelback tonight.
Well, that's pretty sweet. I'd go to that concert. Danny Graven, do your events staff have off-season jobs, Danny? Yes. If you're speaking of Outlaw staff, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in the green room, currently getting makeup because he's kind of ugly. Murray Thornton.
No, I already put it on. I'm good.
No, Murray's getting makeup right now. He's in the green room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you take over. I just had a guest walk in my house super quick, so I'm gonna throw you on with Murray, and I'm gonna remove myself.
There he is, the one and only Murray Thornton. How's it going, Murray? How are you?
It's doing good. This technology is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. You're sitting. It looks like you're in your easy chair there.
I just got home a little bit ago, so yeah.
You guys switch? You guys pass each other? Layne was headed out to the field, and you're headed home, or what?
Well, no, he farms, and I own a repair shop, so
gotcha.
I start awful early in the mornings and try to get home at a decent time anyway. So yeah, it's busy days, so okay. A lot going on.
So you guys are brothers. You drive the Thumper truck. Who's older, you or Layne?
Layne's older.
Layne's older.
Yeah, I've got 3 older brothers, and Layne and I are the 2 youngest. So yeah, we are the younger 2 of the 4. So
gotcha. Now there's 3 of you that pull. There's you, there's Layne, and then there's is it your son or is it?
It's Layne's boy. It's Ryan.
Layne.
He's my nephew.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I get them mixed up. You guys do look alike when I see you sometimes. And okay. Ryan is Layne. You guys have 3 trucks now total, right?
Yep. We're pretty excited about next year, what it's going to bring, being able to run 3 of them. I don't know if it's insanity or if it's or what it's going to be.
I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to go there, Murray, but that's quite the undertaking. But the Ramrod, wow, that thing looked pretty good there for first couple of passes there at the end of the season.
Yeah, when he pulled it in Bedford, the steering shut off in it, so it was a little bit couldn't control it. Makes it a little tough to head it down the track. So, yeah. But I think it's going to be tough. And boy, I tell you, if Ryan gets his figured out, he's really struggled this last year getting that thing to quit bouncing. And I think if he gets that thing straightened out, it's going to be a tough truck. So I'm looking forward to what he's got coming up. So it'll be fun. So
yeah, it looks promising. It really does. And I could see where he was getting a little gun shy a little bit after Rock Valley, and then he broke something a week later or something, didn't he? I remember.
Yeah, there's just a yoke that he probably should have put in and thought it would be okay. And you get in a hurry, you're just trying to get it going to where you can go down the track, and that's what happened. But he's got it. He's got good stuff in it now. So, like I said, he's getting it figured out. He's getting it ironed out, and we've got one of the things that's really good about our class, though, is we've got a lot of people that have lived through that and went through that, and they've got good advice. Jamie Bush gave us a lot of good advice about it and about what to maybe do with it, and that's what's unique about our group of pullers is it just seems like nobody wants to see that happen. They want to see him make it down the track and be competitive too. So, and I really enjoy that about this class. So,
yeah, that's now you guys used to be like true blue, dyed in the wool Ford guys. Now you've all kind of completely switched over to the Sonny Leonard Hemis, right?
Oh yeah, it's got a Chevy firing order and a Chevy bolt pattern on the bell housing, but it's the heads are originally a Ford setup, so we've got some Ford still in them, and you're not going to take that away from us.
All right, I'll let you have that. I'll let you have it.
Yeah,
I'll let you have it. But I'm sure that wasn't easy to do. I mean, being dyed in the wool Ford guys and having to make that switch. But are the parts more plentiful for the Sonny Leonard motors?
Well, yeah, and the thing about Sonny's is I'll have to give them my hats off to them this year, because last year we struggled through a good half of the year. We were beating push rods out of the thing, and we got it rebuilt or whatever, got it back, and it did it again. The first 2 passes we made with it at that Pullers Championship, and we called them and we sent it back there. They stepped up to the plate. They took care of it. And, they changed some things around in it. And, man, it made all the difference in the world. We didn't have any of those issues anymore. And they've been really good to work with. And like I said, they really helped us out a ton by, getting that straightened out. It was getting very frustrating last year, the last half of the year, dealing with that. And boy, we just didn't want to go through it again.
So now you have 3 of those motors. Do you have any backup motors now? You still keeping one of the Ford motors as a backup motor? Or?
No, we sold that thing, and
okay.
It won 2 championships. It was a good motor, and the people that bought it, they're going to do a little bit of a different thing with it. So, but that was a good motor for its time. So, did very well.
Can you see the picture that's on the screen right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a sweet picture right there.
Yeah. That was at out in Wisner. And
yeah.
Layne was trying to get it to get up off the crown, and it just wasn't going to go. And then finally it just zipped across. So.
That was taken from the live stream from Outlaw Pulling TV. I think Mackenzie right there was it was fight or flight right there. I think at that moment is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She looked like she got the shot pretty good there.
Yeah. Yeah. That one was a good one. That's for sure. So
now you got. You hear the crowd there. That was Rock Valley.
Yeah.
Under in the valley. I mean, this truck was dominant this year.
Well, I'll tell you, the biggest thing that happened is we were in Rock Valley, and Layne and I were standing back there, and the Skeltons, they were just beating us. And we were like, man, we have got to do something different. And I told Layne, he goes, well, what do you think about doing this change on the truck? And I said, well, if you're not going to do it tonight, I'm doing it tomorrow night. So you're driving tonight, you make the decision. And we made that change in that truck, which we probably would have been really hesitant about doing it. But, it was coming down to we were going to have to do something. And so we made that change, and, man, it just made it a rocket ship and changed the whole season. And it was just on fire from then on out. And in a way, the Skeltons, they're not to be taken lightly. They do a great job, and so is the Claypools, and so is even Ron Fisher. I mean, he ran with us a lot this year.
He had a good season. He did.
Yeah, he did. And and so Layne and I were talking, and Layne says, if he said, even though we may not be beating them, they're going to make us better pullers, and they really truly did. They made us a better puller, made us do things that we probably wouldn't have tried. And it just really worked out, and hopefully it's not just a 1-year thing, but you never know. So
now you said you made a change, Murray.
Yes.
Care to elaborate on that?
Now we'll leave it there at that. How's that sound?
That's fine. I figured that was the answer I'd get. But.
Murray, I forgot to warn you. Ron likes to pull information out of you. So you kind of got to be careful.
You know what? I get stuff pulled out of me all day long. It seems like it works. So. Not in a bad way.
I won't beat on you trying to get it out of you, but
we'll
leave it there. But the truck was, pretty much dominant all season. I mean, you pretty much had the season wrapped up before the season ender there in Spencer. But great year for you guys. Congratulations. And
yeah,
what looking down the road for next year? I mean, what's the plan?
Well, hopefully everything will work like it did last year. That's what we're just kind of hoping the tracks are about the same and that sort of thing. Because boy, it can just change from 1 year to the next, and we want to get Ryan going, really do. And also getting the rod running and going well. And I think that's going to work out well. So
I do too. I was,
It's broken. It was broken. I had to show that.
Yeah, there was a lot of them that broke that night.
There was a lot of those videos that night. So
yeah, that
as a video guy, I love stuff like that. As a puller, Murray, I just want to throw up.
Yeah, well, it's a vicious circle. You go from, getting a motor that will just have all kinds of power to, the next weakest link is going to start breaking. And then it just is a vicious cycle. And I think that a lot of those guys are running those slip yokes, but I don't think you're going to find hardly any of them running them anymore. They changed all that. And we did that to Thumper. Oh, we were pulling in Spencer when Charlie Miller won the championship, and it grenaded out like that, and we changed it then. So that was in 2019, I think, right? So
yeah.
Another class mate there you guys have in your class, Eric Claypool, had a comment. Can you see the comments there?
Chevy guys now.
You guys are Chevy guys now. This is when we were talking about the engines a little bit ago. So.
Oh, now Eric.
So we've got a lot of people watching tonight. A lot of folks
It's really good.
People from all over the country. Wow, we're getting
we had people from Canada even watching tonight.
I don't think they got in there to see me, though. I doubt. So
it's not because of George Beyer. I can tell you that. I can probably
it has to be you. It's not George Beyer. I don't think George is famous. So
yeah.
So you run a repair shop. What kind of a repair shop do you run there?
Oh, we do a lot of farm pickups. We do a lot of diesel repair, that sort of thing. We don't get into any heavy trucks, but sell a lot of tires, do a lot of alignments. We do a lot of drivability stuff, do a lot of water pumps and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
I like doing the drivability the most, though. That's really challenging. And even like the airbags and all that stuff, we do a lot of repairs for the body shop here in town too, and programming. We do a lot of programming for that stuff. So,
okay. Now you and Layne and Ryan, you all live in the same town?
Yeah, I live in Bedford, which is
okay.
They live 10 miles north of me. They live north of Gravity.
Okay.
But yeah, we're not too far apart. So.
Okay. So yeah, that Bedford pool is good for you guys then. That's a pool.
Yeah. That was an unfortunate deal there. That was, I tell you, that track is a good track.
Yeah.
And it'll definitely reach out and grab you. So
yeah, I've announced that show. That's my 4th year, I think, announcing that show, because I always did it. It wasn't an outlaw sanction pool until this year, but
yeah.
He always contacted me to go up and announce it. And yeah, I've seen that pull. It guys that had never pulled there, they never seemed to drop far enough in their gear selection to give the track the credit it deserves. It's like, maybe it's that good, maybe it's not that good. And then after they pull it, they're like, yeah, it really is that good. So
yeah. The weird thing about that is it didn't rain north of town. I don't think it hardly rained south of town or west or east of town. It's like it went right over that fairgrounds and dumped.
Oh yeah,
that was the weirdest thing. So
like exactly 15 minutes before start time.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's what stinks, because everybody's got their, even from a crowd perspective, I know they still had a nice crowd with the rain around, but anybody with the phone saying this isn't happening, you know what I mean? But
right.
I mean, I've been at events like, it's not raining here. I promise, the sun is out. But we just got 8 inches, 3 hours, 3 miles worth of here, and I'm like, I know, but not here. That's so.
Yeah, it sprinkled a little bit, and then it just kept getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and then it's like, oh my, it just wasn't going to quit. So
yeah, maybe next year we'll have better luck there. It'd be cool if they had a 2-day event there. Just saying.
Yeah. I think they wanted to tie it into Spencer, so a lot of people would come, and they did have a huge crowd too.
They did have a great crowd. I mean, I was surprised with the rain, even that the crowd stayed. So,
and they stuck around. I mean, they stuck around, watched what happened, and so it was good.
Yeah, that's a good sign of things to come there. I think that could be a big event.
Yep,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any sponsors or anybody that you'd like to thank while we got you on the show?
I'd really like to thank Sonny's. Like I said, they stepped up to the plate and really helped us out, and Tanya Beringer out in Tennessee, she really helped us get set up a lot better, and that's where Ramrod came from, and a couple of motors came from them. So, she's her, and then Eddie Allen was the one who that's his daughter, and so they helped us out a lot, and we just had a lot of good help from a lot of good people, And that's what makes it fun. I mean, we go out to eat breakfast a lot of times. When there's a 2-day pull, we go out with Claypools and Derek Brown and his wife, and that's been fun too, getting to know people a lot better. And
Yes.
there's a lot of camaraderie, of course, that goes through all this too. So
Sure. Yeah, speaking of those guys, that truck, he really was starting to get it figured out towards the end of the season.
Oh
too.
yeah, he's going to be tough too. He's getting her lined out. So
look at the numbers we had in the 4-wheel drive class this year. I mean, a couple of our events, we had over 20 trucks there. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't seen those numbers in the past, with the Outlaws, and this year, wow, they were just coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody's tired of being cooped up. I think they're ready to go and have a good time. And, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, when you get together and people helping people, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, that's pulling. I mean, in general, it's always been like that. And I hope it always stays like that. You see your competition down there helping the competition's helping the competition, because nobody wants to win that way.
Right.
So yeah, that's awesome. That's love that about the sport.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, well, Murray, I appreciate you coming on. Congratulations. Hope we see you guys at the banquet. Are you guys coming?
Yep. I believe we'll be there for sure. And probably going to hit Louisville maybe this year. We're thinking about it very seriously. So I think we're going to run out there and see what happens. So
we'll be supporting you there as well. And it'd be cool to see you guys walk across the big stage there at the banquet this year.
Yep. Well, thank you. It'll be good.
Congratulations. Tell Layne and Ryan, congratulations as well. Congratulations to the Thorntons and the Thumper truck modified 4-wheel drive points champions in 2023 with the Outlaws.
Thanks, Murray.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on.
You bet.
George is still in makeup currently. He's back in the green room. He needs extra makeup on.
It takes a lot of, what is it, the powder or the base? It takes the shine.
He first came on and I noticed it was kind of shiny and it was dark, so I saw him pat it down a little bit, and I saw him he's back there shaking his head. I think the makeup lady's almost done. I think. Yep, the makeup lady's all. Oh, it's really dark, George. They went a little dark on the makeup there, George.
Wow, George, are you there?
He was there, I swear. Just a little bit ago. I'm not messing with him because everybody knows I like picking on George, but he likes picking on me. But he is there, I swear.
Did you see we had somebody in Pennsylvania watching?
George, can you hear us? I swear I saw his face a little bit ago. I promise.
I think he's in
my
the field.
service is totally crap.
There he is.
Oh,
there he is. I heard him say my service is totally crap. So
George.
he's got there's the circle of death for his internet right there.
I think I drove through or right by Sibley on the way to the meeting last week.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's
it's kind of just south of Worthington, Minnesota, where I turn to go. I don't want my big old mug on there. That's where we turn right there to go. When I go out to Rock Valley, I shoot 90, Worthington straight down, and I go right past Sibley. So.
Yeah, I see all these towns where some of these pullers are from, and I'm like, hey, yeah, that's where so and so's from, and that's where that's where George Beyer's from. Did you notice this past summer? I think we went by the exit for the town. This has nothing to do with George Beyer, but when we were going to the fair at Grand Island, you guys were right in front of me, and I knew the town was coming up, and I was going to call you to tell you, but the town of Worms, Nebraska. Did you see that sign? Worms. Worms.
I'm trying to
I thought to myself, this is the kind we need to take pictures of some of these unique towns and sites that we see on the road during the summer.
So we actually had to show one of our Let's Grow pulling one night, Ron. Sometimes they go on for a couple hours, and we did a crazy like beer money after dark, and we had people put in crazy sexual town names. We don't need to do that on the Outlawed show, but there was Intercourse, Pennsylvania. That was one of the ones.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
There is a town in Missouri called Uranus.
Uranus. Yeah. We should pull. I think we should pull in Uranus, Missouri, Ron, just to hear you say, "Welcome to Uranus, Missouri." I'm Ron Stone here with the Outlaws.
Jason Schultz pulled it out the end there.
You pulled it out here. Pulled out Uranus there, Schultz. So.
Whoa, yeah.
Richard Gomez, truck puller from California, is checking in.
Cali.
We're going to be out there, Madera, California, November 10th and 11th for the Gold State Invitational. So,
wait, you said we?
well, me for sure. I'm still working on you. Give me time. Give me time. So,
I've never been to Cali. Just saying, never been there.
can you get into California if you land? They're not going to grab you, are they, from the plane or anything?
They shouldn't. No, that's all been taken care of. So yeah.
So George is really struggling with his internet. George has tried to pop on a couple times. He's got really bad cell phone service, so we'll just we'll wait him for a few minutes here. But put some questions in into the comments. What was your favorite thing, or tell us what your favorite thing about the Outlaw season? Maybe your favorite pull. Which pullers do you cheer for? Who went to the most Outlaw pulls this year as a fan? Is it Russ Dostal? He's a super fan, Ron.
He is a super fan as well as Marty.
Tori's going to Uranus. So
what?
Worms
okay, not mine, but yeah.
Yeah,
Marty.
no, yeah. Worms
has a great bar. Yeah.
So let's do it. Well, here, we can do a little research. We got the Google button here. Watch this, Ron. Dallas Todd says Outlaw TV. Yeah, buddy. I agree with that a lot. Let's see here. Present the Google.
Tori Cruz, are you guys, Jason, are they really going to Uranus?
No, they're going to be going to Uranus while in Missouri for the banquet.
Yeah. Okay, so they're just going through or going.
Yeah, I would assume that. I'm assuming that's what she meant.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to pull the truck out there and make a pass or anything like that. So.
Okay, gotcha. Worms, we have to go to the Worms bar sometime. That's take a picture.
Well, we got ourselves a spammer.
Uh-oh.
Cassie Clark, please send me a friend request. Marston, you're a spammer. Go back to bed. Go back to bed. I would say Wisner, Nebraska is up there being a great place on a poll.
What's on the screen here? We've got the Googles.
Oh, Tori says so Uranus is about an hour from Margaritaville.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're going to look up Worms, Nebraska. Okay. We're going to, Ron Stone, our first ever exclusive town by town. Worms, Nebraska. It's an unincorporated village in Merritt County, Nebraska. The village consists of a bar, a church, and a cluster of homes. And Ron, you can't make that up. That's straight from the Wikipedia.
That's cool. I considered actually stopping the RV, but it's kind of hard to turn that rig around, to get a picture of the sign. But I thought I'm going to stop there one of these days to get a picture of that sign. That's cool. I've never heard of Worms, Nebraska until this past summer.
Yeah, Worms had a post office between 1897 and 1902. The community was likely named after Worms, Germany. That's cool. All right. Kevin Davis, yes, this is a great comment. The Outlaw Pullers showed up really good for Mike Dunclaw's funeral, which is very, very cool. Yes, the Burning Bucks, Mr. Mike Dunclaw passed away last week, right, Ron? Or was it 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah, it was before our meeting. We didn't have our show last week, and I wanted to mention it last week. We didn't have the show because of the meetings.
Yeah, we did it, but we had our video show, but they didn't get to see your pretty face. So,
prayers to the family of Mike Dunclaw, who passed away suddenly. And Kevin Davis was there and said there was a lot of Outlaw pullers there. So,
that's great. Again, we're celebrating points champions on Outlawed with Ron Stone between now and the banquet. Of course, that will be the big celebration. Then obviously we'll start talking about, other events as well, like some winter stuff where we'll see some Outlaw pullers. I heard a rumor, I think it's true, that if the Outlaw Super Farms can go hook in Shipshewan, Indiana this year at the Midwest Winter Nationals.
Really?
And that 9,000 Super Farm, I'm positive of that, actually. And then, of course, we have Louisville. We'll see some of our Outlaw competitors there as well. So.
Yeah, and Murray brought up a point there. He said they were, putting in their submission to get into Louisville. And any Outlaw pullers that once you get that letter back, let us know. We want to know, who in the Outlaw organization is going to Louisville so we can support you.
Yep. I do want to touch on so the Outlaw, the points champion. Again, we're waiting for George Beyer to jump on. Your 4.1 limited pro stock points champion. He finished second last year to Mr. Novak 2 years ago, and then this year he was our points champion. Side piece, really wire to wire, was the most dominant 4-1 in the class this year. Had an awesome season.
I don't know where his priorities are, Jason. I mean, he's out in the field harvest, you think he would have like taken a break and come in for this show? You know what I mean? So
yeah, like, oh wow, I'm gonna be on Outlawed with Ron Stone. I gotta park the combine or whatever. So, but here is the poster for Dragon and Pulling in the Pines that Ron and I will be attending. And Mackenzie and Chandler, the whole gang, we're going down there. This is a big event. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's where we're gonna wrap up the season for the Mod Points Championships, 3.0 diesel trucks, and then also 2-wheel drive. So
yeah, there's some news on the diesel pickup class, the Limited Pro 3.0 diesel pickup class down there. There's added money in that class already, and then Beyer Clutches has kicked in $1,500 as he did last year. That's for the weekend. And then Preston Collins, he's a diesel pickup puller down there. I haven't spoke to him yet. We keep playing phone tag, but his business has kicked in an additional $1,500 for that class. That class is at $12,500 in payout over the weekend, with potentially more money coming for that class. So Limited Pro 3.0 diesel pickup plus
Pro Stock tractors are there.
Well, plus the Coltrane Energy.
Coltrane
sweet down there. You know, that goes to the diesel pickup class as well. So there's added money there as well for Outlaw points runners, guys that are actually in the club. So green trucks look good on poster. Derek Brown commenting on the Holland Grass Chevy there on the Dragon and Pulling in the Pines poster. Pro Stock pickups will be there. No points, standard Outlaw payout. Pro Stock tractors will now be there. Same deal, no points, standard Outlaw payout. Modified tractors, 7,400-pound modified tractors will be there. Added money in that class. That is the points finale. The 2-wheel drive class, that is the points finale for the Outlaws, as well as the Limited Pro diesel pickups. So going to be a huge weekend. If you've never been to that pull, man, get it on your calendar. Get down there. It's sweet.
I saw Wayman this last weekend. I was out at Wagler Fall Nationals on Saturday night. I know you were in Georgia. He went out and won Georgetown, Ohio Friday night. No Wayman diesel, or he won the Western Series points, I believe, 4x4 4-wheel drive diesel, right? And then Stahl's got it wrapped up. All he has to do is show up in Lufkin, right, for us?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Wayman, I mean, he's nipped away at him, but, you know, he had to miss a pull or two with us to claim his second championship with the Western Series. So.
Yeah, no, and we respect that and get it, but he's a great sponsor. He's the title sponsor, or the class sponsor of the 3.0 diesel truck. So, and there was 30 3.0 diesel trucks out there in the Wagler Fall Nationals. They had a $10,000 purse run Saturday night. Jeremy Wagler, of course, does a lot in the diesel world.
Yep.
And has that event. So hopefully some of those guys can sneak on down to Texas. And you guys, if you haven't heard of Dragon and Pulling in the Pines, it's a badass semi-truck show, semi-truck drag racing, and it all goes to benefit Mission 22.
Concerts. Yeah.
Concerts. Awesome. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
Texas in October shouldn't be too bad, right, Ron?
No, a couple years ago it was kind of cool at night, but not like crazy cold. I mean, hoodie weather. But yeah, it's during the day it was in the 70s, I think, so it was comfy.
My dog had to go outside. He let me know.
Sorry. Yeah, there was something I was going to comment on there, and I was fishing for it. I couldn't find it, but
my dog didn't know I was on Outlawed Live, Ron. He barked at me.
That Wagler deal. Have you been to his booth at PRI?
Yeah, it's awesome.
His booth is like there's like so much billet. You know what billet does to a man. You know, it's like machinery porn. You know, you just drawn to all that billet, and you see it in on a diesel motor. You know, and it's like that's super cool. I took tons of pictures of his booth at PRI back in.
Yeah, he had the Cummins killer down there. Had the Cummins killer down there last year. So the Outlaws are going to have a booth with us, with the Beer Money Pulling team on the floor at PRI this year. I can't announce who the Outlaw vehicle yet is because I don't know if he's confirmed it. But Brent Payne's bringing down a new light super stock that he's just built. He'll be next to us. I'm going to have the high-tech redneck there. And then we're going to also be representing Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling. So we're going to be promoting pulling from the Outlaw thing world at PRI, which is December 7th through the 9th in Indianapolis. It is the largest trade show in the world for motorsports. Yeah, and it's really automotive geared, more. We see some pulling down there, but Kurt really wants to be involved with it with the Outlaws to do some cross promotion. And then Brent Payne's doing some booth space with us, with Kurt, as well as I am with Beer Money Polling Team. So we're excited for that. So if you go to PRI, we're going to be in Lucas Oil Stadium out on the football field where they park all the toters and stuff like that. So last year, the Remedy was in the hall. I know we talked to a lot of polling fans down there, but we were putting space out there on the actually on the football field. So that's going to be kind of cool. So,
yeah, I'm jealous because I have to go to the Iowa Fairs Convention that weekend.
okay.
I went there in 19 and I walked around there for 3 days and
Still didn't see everything.
I was sick too. I honestly think I had COVID. That was before COVID was announced officially, but I still walked the soles off my shoes and still didn't see everything that there was to see there. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, you see like John Forrest walking around, Tony Stewart. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome.
The Street Outlaws people, and it's like,
yep.
That's
Yeah, Farm Truck and Agent are not very tall. They stood next to me last year, so.
Yep, I met him down there that year as well. And of course, the line to see what is it, Lizzie Musey was like the longest autograph line in the place.
Yep, I tried to buy Leah Pruitt a beer, but she already had one. So she was surrounded by all the Stuart Haas racing people, obviously, and then Tony was there too. But she said she was drinking Coors Light, so I said, "Hey, Leah, can I buy you a beer?" And she goes, "No, I'm good, but thank you." So she was really nice,
Cody Yark says anything is better than 100. I guess he's referring to the temperature in Texas in October. And Cody, we are fully expecting to see you down there.
He's talked about it. I've seen some of his Facebook posts. I think they're going to make it down there. So
I think I kind of was counting on five or six tractors down there for that. Being a non-points hook, standard outlaw payout. I know Cody. That Jeff Parker from Ohio was going to bring his 2 tractors as well.
Yep. Here's some of the semi-truck drag racing from last year. This is Pine Valley Raceway. So I wanted to show you. So, I mean, fans, this is a full deal. Maybe if we get Uncle Paul to come down to this. He's in Tulsa. I can swing by and grab him, Ron.
Yeah, that ain't that far. Let's get Uncle Paul down there.
There's a lot of outlaw truck and tractor pulling fans in Texas. A lot. And this is your chance to do it. So
speaking of big fans, look at there. Who's checking in. Sorry.
Oops, sorry. You're doing it. You do it. Mark J. Ham. Cody says they're going to try and make it.
Sorry, I pulled that off there, right? I think
we were both clicking off at the same time.
I'm
just the co-host, Ron. I'm just the co-host. I know my role, buddy. I know my role.
So we may have to have George come on whenever harvest is over. He obviously doesn't have very good signal in the field there where he's farming. So
here's the picture we had ready for Georgie Porgy, the side piece.
He was the one to beat this year in that class, no doubt.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he was coming on pretty strong the year before, and then this year he was like, I'm out of here. At every pull, he was like the guy. So they had fun. That whole team had fun this year, Jason. It was obvious. Somebody got a test hook with it at Spencer, too. Who was that? Somebody on his team got a hook there at Spencer that doesn't normally drive it or has ever driven the tractor.
Oh, cool. That's good. Well, we'll start to wrap this up. In the comments, I like during the off season here, when Ron and I are done, we're going to play some video from Outlaw Pulling TV to let you guys know. George has the sweetest T-shirt available. All right, let's see it, Mark J. Ham.
Put it up there. We want to see the T-shirt.
In the comments, please put what event and what class you'd like to see from the 2023 season from Outlaw Pulling TV. And then as Ron and I sign off, I'll share that video out there with everybody. So please start typing in the comments what class and what event you'd like to see me share on the screen from outlawpulling.tv. And thank you to everybody. We had our best year ever for Outlaw Pulling TV. It's only going to get better. Our production, I promise.
Yep.
We got more ideas for next year. We're starting to look at some cool stuff. And excited for that.
No, kudos to you guys. Kudos to your crew.
Kudos to Kurt and the Outlaws for believing in us and working with us because we were not perfect by any means, but we're getting better. And I'm proud of what Mackenzie and Kaya, Doug, Chandler, and
it's obvious that's what the goal was too, Jason, because you can see improvement, as time went on here, that it got better. And starting with the immediate stuff that needed to be improved on, and then the cool stuff, started coming in.
We're getting the cool. I want to take the cool stuff to the next level next year. So Nathan J. I don't know how to say Cooker or Cooker.
Quaker?
That's
Quaker?
He's always been with George all the time, so
Okay.
gives him a chance to do that. Teresa says 4-1 class from Wayne, Nebraska. Well, Teresa's first, so that's what Teresa's going to get. So Ron,
Yeah,
you talk
that's
for a bit. I'm going to cue that up, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
You going to do the whole class or the shootout?
Oh, she says
It was a
4-1
good class.
class.
Shootout was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, it was. The crowd was that Wayne, Nebraska. If you haven't been to Wayne, Nebraska, people, it's legit. It is legit. It is it will be a destination poll. It'll be one of those, Ron, where you just have to say Wayne. You don't even have to say Nebraska. And people are gonna know what that means. And that fair board there is legit. Teresa says the shootout. Okay, got it. Dick says light superstock Spencer. Dick, you're a little slow on the keyboard there, buddy. Sorry, but I appreciate the comment. So
maybe next week. Maybe next week we'll get it in there.
That's what Novak, we picked on him about being there, beating up on all those kids. Remember, Ron?
Yep, that's right. Yep, and the shootout. That's true. Yeah, he was the only non-young gun. He was the only old school driver in that shootout. The rest were all young guns in there. Went 2 of them were gals. Were 2 gals in there, and all young guns in the shootout except for.
Mark just sent me the. I got to sign into Outlaw TV. Keep my subscription current. At Ron Stone guys announcing.
Yeah, there's some. Not going to give anything away, but some potential news coming out of Wayne, Nebraska as well. Speaking of trying to always improve.
We talked about it. We talked about it being 2 days already. We already made that. We dropped that hint already. So I don't know if it's official yet, but I know they're talking about it. Not official,
but it's closer to fruition now than it was then. So
gotcha. I'm just gonna if Kurt yells at me, Ron, I'm just gonna say you started it. Then I'll come back to the video and I'll edit it in case I
No. He can't. He gives away more information. Every time he pokes his head in here and comments, he gives out big info that was like he was sworn to secrecy. So
he must have went to Nickelback with Doug and Jeanette tonight.
Yeah, he's quiet.
Yeah, it's normally he's on.
I think he trusts us this much. He's not watching.
No, he's got somebody watching us. I promise you that. I promise you that. So. Let me look here. Hold on. I want to find Mark's.
Dale says he's at your house. What's he doing there?
What? Who's at my house?
Dale says Kurt's at his house.
He's here. Oh, Dale Bartels says he's here. Oh, where's Dale?
I don't know.
Is there a Heartland meeting tonight?
I don't know.
I don't hear. They tell me just enough to be dangerous, Ron.
Yeah, their banquet's coming up as well. They have their own banquet, but I think several of those guys are going to be at the Outlaw banquet. Oh, he's logged on. He said he is watching. He's quietly watching to see if we grew up. That's what it is.
Did he comment? Because I missed.
He hasn't commented. He hasn't.
If the old Van Beek keep an eye on us. There is the side piece shirt and hoodie.
Yeah. I don't have one of those, George. Just saying. Yeah.
Looking's free, touching costs extra.
Oh, Lord.
The side piece. I like that. Limited pros. That's a beautiful trip. That is the old Hampton Hooker out of the great state of Minnesota.
Let's see. Dale says November 4th is the Heartland banquet. Brandon Gilliland is commenting. Hey, Brandon, are you going to be at Lufkin?
He better be.
Dragging and Pulling into Pines, October 20th and 21st. The shootout was all Northeast Nebraska pullers. And Brandon Gillen says, yes, he is bringing the Oso Negro tractor to Lufkin. That's 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I got NC State Fair with full pull Ron next weekend. And then it's getting real, buddy. It's getting fast. It's gonna be here before we know it. Well, here is the start of the shootout, Ron. So Mr. Deck, that's Justin, right?
Yeah,
Brian
that was his second time driving. He had just won the night before in Pierce, his first time behind the wheel. And there he was in the top 5 shootout at Wayne the very next night. That was pretty cool.
Kevin Davis, our promoter, I know he's on the fair board, but he's the pulling promoter. of the event. The shootout was all Northeast Nebraska pullers, so a lot of hometown pullers were there, close to them. So Brandon will be in Lufkin. Awesome. Mark J. Ham says, I told you it was sweet. Esden Beckhouse, how is have the diesel super? Well, Esden, it's awesome. As long as it stays running, it's going to be awesomer. So it's going to be awesomer. So, well, Ron,
you need to put that on a shirt, by the way.
It's more awesomer.
It's more awesomer than, yeah.
I'll get that done. I know a guy. Well, Ron, let's wrap it up. Fans, after Ron and I, you see our faces go away. We're going to show the top 5. Why don't you? It was Anderson Farms put up an extra $5,000. Ron, do you remember?
It was $3,000. I hear they may be pumping it up to $5,000 next year.
No, I think it was 10,000 next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So pretty sure. Here, I can. For those of you who don't have Dennis Anderson's cell phone number, I can give it to you.
We actually have the graphic in here for it. I remember seeing it.
No, it's all good. I was cleaning up graphics the other day, Ron. I may have deleted it because we were starting to get.
I saw it a little bit ago. You may have just deleted it.
I did because we're getting really full and I can't find anything anymore.
Yeah, it was on there this afternoon when I looked, and now.
Yeah, I did. I cleaned it up some this afternoon. We got so many pictures on here, I can't find stuff.
I know. Yeah. Okay.
Well, Ronald.
Yep.
Say goodbye to your faithful fans, our fans.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Awesome. A lot of input tonight from folks from all over the country and even Canada tonight. So awesome. Thanks for being pulling fans and fans of the Outlaws.
This is the top 5 shootout. Anderson Farms, $25,000 shootout for the 4.1 limited pros. Kevin Davis, you're a freaking awesome promoter because you're taking it to the next level. We love you.
That was awesome. Winner take all, $50,000 was really.
Check out this grandstand, fans, and listen to the people. That's what it's all about. $50,000 shootout sponsored by Anderson Farms. So, have a good night, everybody. Watch the video, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks
See
for
you,
watching.
Ronald.
See you, Jason.
3:20.14. They'll put her in the number 2 spot for right now, behind Justin Deck. Colin Weens out of Beatrice, Nebraska. The Deer Factor getting ready to roll. A good head of steam. Pull back on the throttle just a little bit to let the front end touch down and steer it back towards the center of the track. The lost boost down there towards the end, going to come up short of the leader. 3:21.03. Congratulations, Eric and nights in a row. Anybody want to? Dad, you're not going to get back in the seat for a while, I don't think. You done lost your seat. We're going to rattle some windows here in Layne, Nebraska, 7,400-pound modified. The twin turbine of Cody Barron's went 3:39.74. This is Wayne Longnecker, legend puller out of Cambridge, Iowa. Twin 1471 supercharged Chrysler Hemis. Burning VP methanol, 3,000 horsepower apiece. Currently number 2 in the points. Wayne Longnecker, the River Rat, taking a shot at the twin turbines. 3:25.28. Drake Wallman, Wallman's 1066, Super Farm. Drake Wallman, Wallman's 1066, leading us off in the 9,200-pound Super Farm, brought to you by Hart's Diesel. 296.35, 296.35.
But there's still work to wait.
Twin blown Hemis, Ken Vaney Hemis, 3,200 horsepower each. Sits down in the 4th position in the point standings so far this season. Strong running modified tractor out of McAdoo, Texas. Cabernet, cotton candy. Give a round of applause. Beautiful pass for Cameron Neves. I tell you what, right here, about 150 feet, the front end came up perfectly, and I heard those Hemis pull down just a little bit. And I know Cameron had a smile on his face because he was hooked up. Had to beat 339.74. 356.21 for the lead. It don't get much better than that. Great balance, great power, awesome pass. Here comes your points winner from last season, Super Farm, Alan Andrews, Dakota Deer. That's the man that won the points in this class last season. $329.84 for the lead. $300. Farm side. Eric Roney. Out of Wayne, Nebraska, the Husker hooker. Shout out to the guys at Richards Repair, sponsor of the Sweet Pain Modified Tractor. Guys are in the house tonight watching the show. One of the hardest running triple Chevy motor modified tractors in the country right here. Won the points championship 2021 and 2022. Took the win last night in Sac City. Last weekend had catastrophic drivetrain issues. They completely grenaded a planetary unit. even the magnesium housing. Got it repaired. First time back out last night. Took the win in Sac City. Craig Ulmer, Larchwood, Iowa, Sweet Pain. Trying to get past the cotton candy machine. He's out there in the same neighborhood. 356.21 the mark to beat. 361.05 for the lead. Give a round of applause. Sweet Pain moves into the lead. What a hook. Here we go, Super Farm. Eric Groney out of Wayne, Nebraska. Anybody know Eric Groney here? The Husker hooker. 329.84, defending points champ sitting in the lead. $299.57 feet for Eric Groney. Puts him in the number 2 spot. Hartz Diesel, more horsepower and reliability to get that extra inch. Through our various fuel injection pumps, turbochargers, and injectors, we're able to provide our customers with the tools needed to perform in the highest degree. HartzDiesel.com, official sponsor of the Super Farm class. Here comes the current points leader in the modified tractor division, Donald Nelson. Comes out of Cat Spring, Texas. Twin Hemis, calls it the Twisted Whip. Got to beat 361.05 to take the lead. Donald Nelson, the Twisted Whip. $350.14 feet. Puts him in the number 3 spot. One tractor to go. Mike Dunclaw out of Pilgrim, Nebraska, the Bernard Bucks John Deere. Mike Dunclaw burning it in up there on the big end. Here's John Deere in this Super Farm division. Had to beat 329.84. 313.97. He'll move into the number 2 spot. One modified tractor to go. 329. John Deere, 150.14 feet. Puts him in the number 3 spot. One tractor to go. Mike Dunclaw out of Pilgrim, Nebraska, the Bernard Bucks John Deere. Mike Dunclaw burning it in up there on the big end. Here's John Deere in this Super Farm division. Had to beat 329.84. 313.97. He'll move into the number 2 spot.